What's up, everybody? This is your girl Melissa from dreambella.com, home for the melanin beauty. And we are here right now about to get into a little bit of the harmonious life. And if you all don't know what the harmonious life is, it's just something part of Dream Bella that focuses on lifestyle, relationships, social issues, politics, So I'm coming to you today on a subject that isn't often talked about. Honestly, I never really even sat down and thought about this subject until recently. So I'm just gonna take a minute, let you go ahead and get comfortable, get your tea, get your wine, get your cocktail, whatever it is you need, so we can get into this topic. So, the subject at hand is Featurism, and I never heard of it before. This was like my first time hearing it as of recently. Something that I commented on a post. So I'll take you back a little bit to the beginning and how this all came about. It was a post that was shared in a group, Facebook group, and it was from Refinery 29. And the post was basically about light skin privilege, and it had, different light skin or light complexion women who are speaking on them benefiting from being light skinned. And when I saw that post, I don't know, I had mixed feelings. I felt cool about the fact that they were acknowledging such topic, because I understand what they were trying to do. It's just like with anything, we can't act like it doesn't exist. We have to acknowledge those things, and I appreciate the fact that Refinery 29 did try to acknowledge the fact that there is colorism that goes on, which basically is when people get treated a certain way based off of the complexion of their skin. I give them props for the intentions of what they were trying to do. However, I don't think it's just that cut and dry, and I felt like that it needed to be going a little deeper and speaking on things that would require more answers than what they were given, in a sense. So for instance, I saw that a lot of women in that group related to that post, and I can understand why. If you are a dark complexion woman and you felt like you had to have the struggle or mistreatment of being someone with darker melanin, and you always saw that your light or fair skinned sister got certain privileges that you didn't get, and it makes you feel a certain type of way, may even give you some type of resentment. However, it's just more to that than that. I don't think that it's just you being light skinned that gives you certain privileges. From my own experience, I know that's not necessarily the case. So I thought about my situation, and I have a close friend, and she's darker than me. Her phenotype or her physical characteristics are soft, curly hair, and she's pretty, and she's darker than me, and we will go out or be among our peers. She would be admired, you know what I'm saying, when it came to her physical attributes. Now, it's not to say that people thought I was ugly, not at all, but it was to say that when they saw her, it did make them kind of look at her twice, rather than me or maybe other people that was in that circle, because you saw this mocha complexion young lady who had long curly hair or straight hair, however she chose to wear it, but it was her own natural hair. And here I was lighter, but I didn't have nice curly, long, or straight or wavy hair. As you can see, I have very kinky, curly, or let's just say it, nappy hair, which I'm happy to be nappy. There's nothing wrong with that. And with that being said, it kind of made me feel when I saw that video that, okay, well, that's not entirely true, because if it was just about being light-skinned, and if it was just about light-skin privilege, then that means that when I came in the room with her, then just off the bat, just because my complexion was lighter than hers, I was going to immediately be treated better, and that's not necessarily how it went. And then I further thought about somebody that I love and I follow a lot is Julesy. And if you don't know, she's a vlogger and she has a YouTube channel. She started off as a natural hair care vlogger, and she became popular because she vlogged about 4C hair, which everybody, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the natural hair care community, you know that 4C hair is like my hair. Is the coarser, coily, kinkier, or I should say nappier hair of all the different types of natural hair. She has experienced being treated differently in the sense of when she wears her natural hair versus when she puts on something that is wavier or curlier or Eurocentric in a sense. And that played a difference with her in regards to, you know, her professional work life and how, you know, she corresponded or, you know, adjusted or adapted. So with all of that being said, is to say that, you know, no, it's not entirely true when it says that it's light skin privilege. You know, it's more to it than that. You can't just be light skinned to get the privileges of what society deems as the epitome of beauty, but you have to have other Eurocentric phenotypes to go with that. And when I say Eurocentric phenotypes, I mean, you know, narrow nose, curly, straight, wavy hair, and all of those things come down to what the term is called featurism, which is the discrimination or treatment that people get based off of certain features they have. So if you are someone who has more Eurocentric features versus a black woman who has more Afrocentric features, then yes, you are going to see a difference of treatment. So it boils down to those things, not necessarily your light skin. Because like one person mentioned when I wrote the comment, what they said was, okay, I'm light skinned, but I have a big nose, and if you add my kinky hair and if you add my big lips, what does that make me? You know, I never got special treatment or special privileges just because my skin was lighter. So I really feel like you can't speak on colorism without speaking on featurism. And it's here all across the board. When you go on your Facebook or your Instagram or your Twitter and you see dark-skinned little girl who has big curly locks get up to 1 million views, but you know, you have a dark-skinned little girl whose hair isn't as long or isn't as straight, wavy, or curly, and she only gets the love that's among her friends and family on that social media platform. And that's very, very telling how we take certain features and look at them as the epitome of beauty. One young lady responded to my comment that I posted, and you know, I don't think it was ill intent in what she said, but she made a statement, and the statement was, you know, I have a niece and she's dark skinned and she has wavy dark hair and she gets attention everywhere we go, you know, and she said, you know, you can't help what you're attracted to, or you know, people can't help what they like and what looks good to them. I mean, cute is cute. And that just had me like, really, you know, it just had me in a fickle place, because I mean, I got where she was coming from, but it's like, it's to say, well, cute is cute. And if we're going to define cute, what is cute defined as every Eurocentric phenotype is cute and Afrocentric phenotype isn't. What makes wavy hair prettier or cuter than kinky hair? all of those questions made me start to question myself, and had to look at myself and say, yo, you know, sis, like, why are you trying so hard to lay your edges down so that they can be straight, or they can be slicked down, or, you know, they don't roll up? Like, that's your hair. Who put us in this frame to feel that, you know, these features or these colors were the epitome of beautiful? Like, who did that? I mean, is it really just, but we're just automatically, subconsciously attracted to European characteristics? Or is it something that has been conditioned in our mind to the point where that's just how we operate now, because we've been told so long that this is beautiful and our African attributes are ugly? So all of those things kind of plundered in my mind, and then it had me thinking and feeling like, well, you know, this only perpetuates and continues because, yes, I do feel that the seed was sowed, but we didn't have to water it and we didn't have to help it grow. And in order for the situation to die, it is not only our responsibility to speak about things such as colorism and featurism, but it's our responsibility to now change the narrative and flip the script on what's beautiful. And then I got to thinking and saying, you know, why can't we start showing the black beauty diversity within our black community? Why can't we show that, you know, yes, curly hair is pretty, because let's be real, we can't help how we're born and how we're made. We cannot help that some of us have curly, wavier hair and some of us have kinkier hair. That's not our fault, how we were made. However, it is in our control to, you know, see the beauty in all that we are, see the beauty in our diversity, see the beauty in how different we are. So I think it is my responsibility to see the beauty in kinky hair. Your eyes can be beautiful because of the way they're shaped, the almond, the round, the bright eye. We can speak on these things, but if we're not going to find a way to change and flip the narrative, speaking to me about it without finding a way to bring forth change, it's like unpeeling a scab and not finding a way to make it heal and expecting it just to heal on its own. So, I mean, shout out to Refinery 29 for bringing the subject up, but I feel like it should have been, we could have expound more on the topic and more on the subject in a sense. And we could also talk about more on how, not necessarily the negative aspects of our individuality and diversity in our culture as far as looks, but we can find the beauty in those. And maybe we should talk more about the beauty in our differences, more so than the negative effects that they have on our community. And I, being one, will start, and I, being one, will push for finding the beauty in our diversity. Definitely go read the whole article I wrote about on dreambella.com, the radical she, Featurism, and the standards of black beauty. Definitely go read the full article and get my full aspect or perspective on the whole situation and the scenario, and definitely leave a comment if you like, so I can hear your feedback and how you feel, and definitely leave a comment here so I can get that feedback on how you feel. I want you all to definitely comment below, tell me what you think, tell me how you feel, and share. Thank y'all for tuning in for this quick little snippet for the harmonious life. I am Melissa from dreambella.com.